We've got DeWalt's all new framing nailer. Now this video is sponsored by DeWalt because they did send us the tool at no charge. They sent it to us and said, hey, would you mind reviewing this? And we said, absolutely no problem, but as always, we're gonna give you our straight and skinny as we see it. This is the DeWalt model number DCN920, and as I mentioned, this uses their advanced flywheel technology. What is that? Well, it actually runs the flywheel for up to 6 seconds after the trigger is pulled or after the tip is depressed, to keep that energy stored so you can fire once again and not have that lag time of having to spin up that flywheel. Now let's dive in, take a closer look at each one of these features, then we'll actually use it and we'll come back and talk about what we think, as well as pricing and warranty. This is the brand new DeWalt DCN920, and B if you get it as a bare tool, but you can also get it as a kit with the charger, the bag, and the 5 amp hour battery. We'll go over pricing here in a few moments. Now, this shoots 21 degree plastic collated framing nails from 2 inches all the way up to 3.5 inches, and diameter is 113 thousandths to 148 thousandths. Most of your framing nails, your plastic collated round head nails, are going to fit in that parameter. Now this uses a flywheel design, which DeWalt has used before. However, they've updated the technology here, and it's supposed to be a lot better, a lot faster, and be able to keep shooting nails without having to wait in between. Now, if you're used to their prior framing nailer, this all looks a lot the same. However, some things are a bit different, especially when it comes to the inside. Right here, down here at the bottom of the handle, we have the single fire mode as well as the multi-fire mode as well, where we can just hold the trigger, depress the tip, and be able to shoot those nails more repeatedly. Now we also get an indicator light here on the base of the handle that's going to let us know when we have a misfire, and then we can actually clear that by flipping that a time or two, and it should clear everything up. We get a non-marring tip right here, the plastic tip on here. By the way, make sure when you're ever messing with this tip, that battery is removed. And we can remove this as well, especially if you're going to be toenailing. Most of the time you're framing, you're probably not going to be worrying about this, this plastic tip here. But we have a very aggressive tip for toenailing, and being able to get in there, grab on that, depress that tip, and be able to shoot those nails at an angle when we need to in those stud walls or when we're in those tight spaces. Now in its stock form, I'm going to grab some 21 degree nails here, slide these in. And you see it's going to take a single stick, but 2 sticks will not fit in the standard magazine, as you see. However, you can run the extended magazine on this, and it will accept 2 full sticks of your plastic collated framing nails. Now it's very easy to insert these, as you see. Also, to remove them, all I have to do is depress this button right here, and I can either slide this forward and pull these out, or I can take this and just kind of help slide it out as well. And then to insert these, very easy. You can kind of see on the track, that T-track there, drop them in. Again, depress this little button here and slide it back, and then let it go, and it will actually prepare those for firing. Right here on the tip of the nail gun, we can actually set the countersink depth, and it's pretty cool. There's a detent in there, but it doesn't click on every one of these grooves. It clicks on each full rotation, so you can depress this all the way down. And by the way, as we're coming out, you see this actually moving out. And then, so that's all the way out. And then to go back to have less of a countersink, if you will. And let's count the rotations here. There's 1 complete, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 complete rotations and detents there to be able to set those, but you can leave it in between as well. But you do have these detents at each complete rotation. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle and leave it there. Now, to give you an idea of size, we'll go ahead and measure this from the end of the magazine to the front of the tool. You're looking at about 14, right at 14 inches. And then as far as the height of the tool, from the tip to the top here, about 14.5 inches. Now let's see if we add the battery, if we're going to add any length. Not really. Maybe here at an angle we might have some, but At an angle, we're about 17.5 inches, but again, we're still sticking at about 14 inches from the front of the tool to the battery. Now we'll go ahead and weigh this. And with the battery, so it looks like just over 10 pounds with the battery on there. Now, if you do require to remove the magazine for any reason, you have a tool right here. So the Allen wrench is held right here at the end of the magazine. Slide that out, put it back in, and it's going to hold that in place, nice low profile. And then we also get a rafter hook right here for hanging on any 2x material. And by the way, that's going to fold forward there towards the magazine. It doesn't fold back here against the tool, only forward. Looks like it tucks out of the way, so not a big deal. Okay, we've got some 2x4s here. Let's get this 5 amp hour in here, and we'll hear that flywheel design when we depress the trigger. Guess we got to turn the lock off. So we hear that flywheel ramp up, and now we hear it stay running. So that's a big difference in between the older model and this model, is that active flywheel is going to stay running for up to 6 seconds after you pull the trigger or after you depress the tip. So not sure what's happening there, but twice now that has happened and it wouldn't shoot. So let's try it again. I think it's something here in the feed. There it went, so it shifted there. So somewhere here in the feed of this, it's not actually grabbing that again. I'm going to shift to multi-fire, hold the trigger. Okay, now we're into dry fire mode. I'm going to remove my battery. And I'm going to pull out what nails are left. So we have 5 nails left when it goes into dry fire. So basically, when it gets to that level, then it's not going to fire anymore. So when you have 5 nails left, it's time to insert another stick. Now I'm going to put these back in. And we're going to hope that another whole stick will fit in there, which it should. Yes, so no problem. When we get the dry fire mode, we can stick another whole stick in there and we're ready to go again. So you can see here on most of these, it's sank them or put them right kind of flush. Did leave a couple of them proud. So let's depress, or let's go to a little more countersink. 1, 2 more clicks, or 2 more full rotations there. And I'm still in multi-fire mode. So I can pull the trigger to start the flywheel. So I'm going to change these nails and see if it's actually the nails that are doing that. You can see once I would mess with the magazine here, it would automatically get it ready again. So it's something about these nails it's not liking to fire. Okay, we're going to replace the ring shank nails with a smooth shank nail, still a 3-inch framing nail, 21 degree, round head, like it's supposed to be, and let's see if that makes a difference. So still in the multi-fire mode. Okay, that seemed to make a difference. I'm not sure what it didn't like about these. I think these are Metabo 21 degree ring shank 3-inch plastic collated nails. But for some reason, it kept getting hung up every 4 or 5 shots and sometimes every shot. But on these smooth shank nails, seem to absolutely do fine without a hiccup. So you may want to look at which nails you fire. I'm not sure which ones are which, and I'm not sure if all the ring shank is going to do that. But again, switching to these seems like that's the ticket. Okay, I did want to see a couple of things, so let's build us a little wall right here. Go back to single fire. Okay, so we've got a little stud wall built here. We should have 16-inch on centers. Yes, we do on both of these. So let's see how well we can fit in there for toenailing and see how well our aggressive tip works. Crank that all the way down. So even in these wall cavities, no problem getting the gun in there to be able to sink those. So here's the skinny. When we switched to the round shank, smooth shank nails, had no problem whatsoever. But with the ring shank nails, we did have an issue. Again, not sure if it's the specific manufacturer with the collation of the plastic or if it's the actual ring shank, but we had problems with these multiple times, no problems with these whatsoever. Same round head design, same 21 degree as you can see, but just one was ring shank and one was a smooth shank. Both were 3-inch. So take that as you will. Otherwise, this thing operated very smoothly. It could countersink these 3-inch nails at no problem, and we could increase the depth by adjusting it or decrease the depth by backing it back out. The advanced flywheel technology did work very, very well. You could kind of multi-fire this thing about as fast as you wanted to go, as long as it wasn't having the issue of actually inserting the next nail for firing. So power is not an issue. Also runtime. We shot over 100 nails with this battery and never even came off of a full charge. Now they claim, I think 110 feet of framing wall or something like that is what they claim on a single charge. Not sure how many fires that is, not sure how many nails that is, but again, we shot 4 complete sticks, which are 25 each, and again, never came off of a single bar on the battery, if that gives you any idea of runtime. Pricing on this is going to be $379 for the bare tool. You can also get this with the 5 amp hour battery, the charger, and the bag for $479. We think that's a much better deal for $100, getting another battery, another charger, and the bag to carry it around with. You get a 3-year limited warranty with this as well. Hey, check it out for yourselves. We'll have a link in the description if you're interested. If not, so be it. Hey, be sure to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.